Hey guys, in this video I'm going to create an amazing looking website with just HTML and CSS. So as you will see in the screen, we have an amazing design of a business website. You can change the content whatever you want. You can change the header, logo and the features of this website. So let's get started without wasting the time. As you will see, we have a navbar, and in the navbar we have just two nav items. First one is the logo and the second one is this amazing looking button, which we can say it as a call to action button. And in the hero section we have three items, or we can say in one container we have three things, which is the heading, paragraph and this call to action button. And on the right side we have this illustration, which is a simple illustration but quite amazing and eye catching. So as we move downward, we have this beautiful design, which is a design looking like a car design. We have an amazing card shadow, and in this we have a features section, which is a heading and then a paragraph, and on the right side we have this amazing illustration. So let's move to the downward. We have this amazing design and the second card. So as you will see, we have this beautiful design. This is a very eye-catching design, and this is the alternative section of the second one, in which we have a illustration on the left side and text on the right side. So let's move downward, and this is the same section, which is the second one but with a different content. So this card is also quite eye-catching. So let's see this call to action card, and this is amazing, in which the heading is the action we want our users to do, and here and in the underneath we have a button, which is a call to action button. So let's move to the last part of our website, which is this footer. We have amazing footer where we have a logo and four containers. First one is our website information, which is location where is our agency or our product is located. The second one is our agency's phone number. The third one is the email account or Gmail. And here we have nav items, two containers of nav items. And here we have the last part is this social container we have with where we have Facebook icon, Instagram and Twitter. So without wasting the time, let's go to our code editor. I'm using Visual Studio Code. You can use any of your code editor. So if you want this code and the all of the files, images, logos, you can check the description of this video, because I will upload all of these files to my GitHub repository and give the link in the description of this video. So you can download all of these files from the GitHub repository and use these files to build this project. As I have already imported my CSS file, and I also have a demo of the website in my GitHub in my Visual Studio Code. So as you will see, we have a logo and a button in our navbar. So first of all, I will create a header, which will have a class name of header section. In the header section we have a navbar, and I will give it a navbar class name. First of all, the image will be images logo, and the next part will be a button. The button have a text of try it free. So let's give it a text of try it free. Now let's save it and open it with the live server. So as you will see, here we have a default margin on the top of our logo, but it's not looking good. So let's go to our CSS file. Here first of all, I will remove the default margin and set it to 0. Padding will also be a 0, and the box sizing will be a not box shadow. Box sizing will be a border box. Secondly, I will target the body and give it a font family of this. Secondly, I will target the header section and give it a background image URL. Then this commas dot slash, I will go to the images folder, and then in the images folder we have this background hero desktop image. Let's save this one and give it a background color of, I think so it will be this one, very dark cyan color. So I'll copy the text or the color name. So what's happening here? I think we have commas which are causing the error. So we'll paste this color and let's see how it will look. Now you will see we have to give it a height to this container. Let's give it a height of 100, viewport height. So this is not looking good. I think we have to change the color. So let's give this color as a background color for our hero section. No, it's not this one. I think this is a grayish blue color. So first of all I will remove this color. Let's hope it will look good. So let's see the demo of our website. Here we have this color. I hope it will be this one, because the next other two ones we have tried. So this is the color which is a background color for our hero section. And now we will target our navbar, which is a navigation menu, or we can say navbar dot, we have given it a class name of navbar. We will use display flex to align items, display flex justify content, space between, align items center. Let's save it and let's see the, as you'll see we don't have a space, or we can say a padding at the top of our navbar. So we will give it a padding top of 30 pixel. Padding left will also be a 30 pixel. So I think we should just give it a padding of 30 pixel, which will look good. Let's see. Now you will see we have a space around our navbar. And now let's target the button in the navbar. So in the navbar I will target the button. Now let's give it a padding of 10 pixels from top and bottom and 30 pixels from left and right. Let's see how it will look. Now it's looking good. We just have to give it a background color of white, and the color for text will be, I think so it will be this one, very dark cyan. Let's try this color. I hope it will look good. That's looking good. As you will see we have a default border. We have to remove the border and set the outline width to 0. Border is 0. Outline width will also be 0. Border radius will be 24 pixel. Let's save this one and see how to look. Now it's looking good. We just have to give it a box shadow, which will be this one. You can pause the video and copy this code, this snippet of code. Now you will see this button is standard. We just want to give it a cursor pointer, and font weight will be 800. Let's see how to look. Now you will see this button is standard now, so it's looking quite beautiful and amazing. So let's see. So the next part is this hero section, in which we have two containers. The first one is a text container, and this next one is this image container, or we can say an illustration container. So let's go to our style, not style.css, it's index.html file. So we have a section which is called hero section. First of all, we have a hero dash text dash container, and the second one will be the dot hero dash img dash container. In the hero text container, we have a h1, we have a paragraph, and we have a button. The heading for our paragraph will be, I will copy the heading. So the heading will be build the community, which will be this one. So as you will see a br tag, this br tag is usually for a line break, because we want a line break. As you will see in the demo, we have a line break after community, so for this we will use this line break. And next one is the paragraph, and in the paragraph we also have, I will copy the text, and we also have the br tag. So write it carefully and use these br tags for a line break. I will save the text, and in the button I have a text of get started for free. So I will use get started for free. Now I will save the text, and in the hero image container I will use an illustration, which will be, I think so, flowing conversation grow together mockups. Not this one, I think it's the mockup one. Let's save this one and see. So as you will see, this is looking quite ugly, so I will use a flex box to align them in the different direction, and I will reduce the size of this image. So copy the hero section text and go to our css file, and in this css file I will target this container, and I will use display flex, justify content space between, or we can say space around, align items center. So let's see how to look. Now you will see this is not looking good, because we want to reduce the size of the image. Now we go to my index.html. I will copy the text, or we can say class name for our image container, and in this image container I will target the image. Now we will give it a width of 550 pixel. Let's see how to look. Now you will see it's looking good. Let's increase the width to 600 pixel. Now you will see it's looking good. We just want to give it a, I think, give it a padding top. So to our hero section, we'll give it a padding top of 20 pixel. Now it's looking good. So let's target the hero text container. So I will copy the text, or we can say class name of our hero text container, and I will target this one, and I will use display flex. Flex direction will be column because we want it in a column direction. Justify content space between, and align items will be a flex, not flex and flex dot. So save this one, and now you will see these have aligned vertical in the vertical direction, and the alignment is same in the same direction. So let's go to our style.css and target the heading, paragraph and button in the hero text container. Let's target the h1 tag dot hero text container p tag. I will use curly braces, not a single brace, and in the hero text container I will also target the button. So the font size will be 40 pixel, font weight will be 800, and I will give it a margin bottom of 20 pixel. Let's see how to look. Now you will see it's looking nice. So I think so it's good. So let's go to our p tag, and here we'll give it a font weight of 800, margin bottom of 20 pixel. Let's save this one. So the 800 weight is looking not looking quite good. Let's try 600. Now the 600 is looking amazing. So let's target the button. So here is the button. Give it a padding, top and bottom will be 12 pixel, left and right will be 34 pixel. Let's see how this will look. Now it's looking good. We just want to style it according to our demo, which will be this. So we want a pink color as a background and a white color as a, so here you will see we have a completely different design. Let's go to our style file and give it a border none. Background color will be the pink color, which will be this. I will copy the color and move to our button. Let's paste this one, and the color will be, I think so it will be this one. So grayish blue. Let's try this color. I think so maybe it's not the color that we will use, but let's try. Now it's not looking good. We'll use a simple white color. White. Now the white color is looking good. As you will see, as we click the button style is looking quite ugly. We just have to remove this default border, and we will give it an outline width of 0. It will remove the style, and we will give it a cursor of pointer, font weight of 800. Now it's looking good. So let's give it a border radius of 24 pixel. Now you will see this design is looking amazing and the button is stand out. So let's go to the next part of our build. So the next part is this container. I will go to my index.html. So in the demo you will see the next part is going to be this build, this part of the build, which is a beautiful design, and you will learn how to create this design. So under the header I will create a new section which will be called a features dash section. You can name the class name to any container whatever you want. So in the features section we have a dot features dash text container, and the second one is features dash img dash container. So first of all we will have a heading and a paragraph. So the text for the heading will be I will copy the, so I think it will be this one, grow together. I will copy the heading, paste it here. Now I will copy the paragraph text, Control C and Control V. Let's save this one. And in the images container I will go to my images folder and use this one which is a grow together. Let's save this one and let's see how to look. Now you will see it's not looking good, it's quite ugly design. Now we have to go to our style.css and we have to design this. So let's copy the class name of our container which is a feature section. So I will copy this and go to our css file. Here we have a feature section. I will first of all I will give it a display flex, justify content space around, align items center. Let's save it. And now you will see these have aligned in the right direction, but we have to reduce the size of our image. So for the image I will copy the image container class name, and now we'll target the image and we will give it the width of 550 pixel. I hope it will look good. Now it's looking good. We want a space between our two containers. So in the features section I will give it a margin top of 10, not 20. 10 viewport height. I will give it a width of 80%. Now you will see our text, or we can say our container moves to the left part. So we have to give it a margin left of auto and margin right of auto. Now you will see it will move in the middle. Now this has moved in the middle. So let's give it a height of max content. So let's give it a box shadow. We will use the same box shadow as we have used earlier. Now we'll copy the box shadow, Control C, and I will paste it here. Now you will see these four lines, the magic of these four lines. Now you will see we have a completely different design, and it's looking quite amazing and beautiful. So let's give a As we give it a margin top, we also have to give it a margin bottom of 10. Report height. So as you will see, we have a beautiful design. So let's give it a padding. I will give it a padding from top and bottom will be not 30, 20 pixel. From left and right will be 15 pixel. Let's see how it will look. Now you will see it's looking beautiful right now. So we have to target the text container, which is our features text container, and we have to style this. I will copy the class name for it. Let's move to our CSS file. Here I will target the features text container. I will use display flex. Flex direction will be a column. Align items will be a center, not center. We will use flex dot. Now save this one. And now you will see these items have aligned in the vertical direction. Justify content will be space between. So let's target the H1 in our features text not con. So we have to, let's say, container. Save this one. Let's see the design. So yes, the class name is container. So here I will target the H1 and I will copy the properties that I have used for our H1 tag in our hero section. So let's use the same properties here. Save this one, and you will see a beautiful design. And we will use the same paragraph properties that we have used in the hero section. Now let's in the features text container I will target the p tag, and let's use the same property. Let's see how to look. Now it's looking good. The design is looking beautiful right now. So let's move to the next part of our build, which will be this one, which is the flowing conversations. So I will go under the section. Under the feature section, I will create a new section which will be called info dash section. Oops, we have to use a section dot info dash section. So in the info section we will have a info image container and info text container. We have two containers, dot info dash text container, and we also have a dot info dash img dash container. In the info image container we have an image which will be, I think so, let's see, flowing conversations. I think it's a conversation like image, not a mock-up. Grow together, this one, flowing conversations. And in the text container we have a h1 tag, we have a p tag. I will copy the h1 tag from here in the feature section. Not so, in the info section we have this text flowing conversation. I will copy this one and paste it here. I will also copy the paragraph paste the paragraph here and I will save it. Let's see how the design is looking right now. Now you'll see this design is looking quite ugly. We just have to use the width of the image to reduce the size of the image. So in the info section I will copy the class name. I will go to my CSS file. Let's use display flex. Justify content will be space around. Align items will be a center. And let's see how to look. So not looking nice, we have to reduce the size of the image. So for the info image container I will go to the CSS file, and in this CSS file I will target the image. In the info image container we'll give it the width of 550 pixel. So let's see, I hope it will look good right now. Now it's looking good. So we will use the same box shadow property. You can copy the box shadow property and use it in the same container. As you will see, these four lines are creating a magic in our website designing, and now you will see it's looking good, but we have to give it a width of, let's give it a width of 80%. Margin left will be auto because we want this column in the middle of our website, or we can say in the middle of the screen. Margin right will be auto, and margin bottom will be a 10 viewport height. Let's save this one and go to our, now you will see it's looking good right now. We just want to target the h1 and p in the info section. So first of all we have to go to our index.html and copy the class name for our info text container. I will copy the class name. I will go to CSS file. Here I will target, I will use display flex. Justify content will be space around, I think, and align items will be center. So we want it in a vertical direction, so we have to use the flex direction of column. Let's save this one, and now you will see these have aligned in the middle, but we want to use the flex start. So let's use flex start, and now you will see these have aligned vertically in the same direction or alignment. So in the dot info text container I will target the h1 tag. I will also target the p tag. In the h1 tag I will use the same properties as we have used earlier for our heading. Let's go here, and in the p tag I will copy the same properties. Let's go to p tag and save this one, and now you will see we have a beautiful design here, but we want a padding around our container, and we will give it a padding of, in the info section we will use a padding of 20 pixel from top and bottom and 15 pixel from left and right. Let's see how to look. Now you'll see it's looking quite good right now. The design is looking beautiful. So let's move to the next part of the build. As you will see we have the same second and fourth section is same, but we have to change the content. So I will copy the whole feature section, and now I will move and I will paste it here. Now we just want to change the content, so I will copy the feature section, heading, paragraph. So here I have a feature section again. Here we have a heading of your users. So let's replace the heading. You can pause the video and copy this text. So the text for the paragraph is this one. Now after changing the text, I will change the image or illustration. We don't want a double commas, so I will use this mockup or illustration. Now go to our, as you will see, we have just changed the design and we have the same style of the second container. We have just changed the content of our card, or we can say container. So the next part is this call to action container, which will be this one. So we want to make this call to action container. So let's go to our index.html. In the index.html we will have a section, we will call it a clt-section. Clt stands for call to action, and in the call to action we have h1 tag, and the other one will be, I think so, button. So the h1 is ready to build your community. Ready to build your community, and the text for the button will be get started for free. So get started for free. Now let's save this text and move to our website, and you will see the design is looking quite ugly. We have to style this. Let's copy this class name and move to our css file. Now we'll target the call to action container. So first of all, give it a height, not a height, I think so, give it a width of 50%. Let's see where it will go. Width of 50%, margin left of auto, margin right will be auto. I hope it will come into the middle. Now it has come into the middle of and now we'll use the flex box. Let's use display flex. Justify content will be space between, we want it in the column direction, so for this we'll use flex direction column, and align items will be a flex start. So first of all, let's give it a background color of black. Let's see how to it's looking right now. We will change the text, or we will change the background later. So we have to give it a height. For example, the height will be 40 viewport height. Let's see. So the background color for our is basically white. We just want to give it a box shadow, so I will copy the same box shadow, Control C, and I will paste it here. Now you will see how it's not looking quite good right now, but we can style it. Instead of space between, let's give it a center, CNTER center. Save this one, and now you will see these have aligned in the left. So let's give it a margin bottom of 10 viewport height. So first of all we have to go to our call to action container, and we have to wrap it in a container, and we have to wrap these two items, which is heading and button, in a container. So save this one because we want it in the middle of our card. Let's copy the class name. Here I will target this class name. So let's use display. So first of all, save this one, and let's go to our call to action section and remove this flex direction column, and also set the align items to center. Now save this one and go to our card. Now you will see these have aligned in the middle. So let's use display flex here. Justify content will be space between, align items will be flex start. Save this one. Oops, we just have to give it a flex direction of column because we want it in a vertical direction, and here I think we have to use a flex. Instead of flex start, we have to use a center, and now you will see we have it in the center. Let's target the CLT container, h1 tag, and CLT container p tag, and in the h1 tag I will use this same properties, but with we have to use a less font size. So for paragraph I will copy the same text. So now you will see we have to reduce the size of our heading. We'll use 30 pixels. Now it's looking good. So we don't have a paragraph here, we have to target a button. So button is this, and we'll go to our hero section button, and we copy the properties that not a navbar. We have a hero section button, so I will use the same properties and go to our call to action container and the button it, and use the same properties for this button. Now you will see the button has design automatically, and it's looking beautiful and an eye-catching design. So we have already created for hero section, which the second one is the feature section, third one is the info section, and the fourth one is also beautiful feature section, and the fifth one is the call to action container, or we can say call to action section, and the last part of our build is the footer. So let's see how to look. Now this is the footer. We have a logo here, and we have a container in which we have four different items. First one is the information about our website, the second two are menus, and the last one is social icons. So let's go to our index.html file and create this one. Under this section I will create a footer dash section. I will give it a name of footer section. In the footer section we will have a images. Image will be a this one logo dash one, because we want a white logo, because we have a blue background, and if we will use this black logo, it's looking quite ugly. That's why we are using a white logo. And in the footer section we have an image and a foot, and we'll use a section of dot footer dash container, not double or singular. And you will see in the footer container we have four container. First one is personal info container, the second two are menu, and the fourth one is social container. So let's create a first container, which is a personal dash info dash container. The second one is menu dash container. The third one will also be the same, menu dash container. And the fourth one is dot social dash container. So first of all, in the personal info container we have a div of location, and in the location we will have an icon and a paragraph. So first of all we have an icon of location. Now I will go to the images folder. I will have a location icon, and we have a paragraph, and I will use a dummy paragraph of lorem ipsum. I will try lorem 15, and I will use a line break after, I think so, this I will use br tag. So after this I will also use a br tag, and let's save this one. The first one is the location, and under the location we have email dot email, and in the email we also have a email icon. And I will go to the images folder, and I will import the email, and we have a p tag in which we have a demo email, which will be a example at the rate, not to, at the rate of hurdle.com. So the third container in the personal info container is phone. So as you will see, we have a phone, and we want it text of, first of all I will import the icon of phone, and the second one will be a p tag, which will be a paragraph. So I will write a demo phone number. Now I will save this one, and in the menu container we will have a tag. I will use the hash as the href. So first of all we have about us, what we do, and FAQ. About us, the second one is what we do, the third one is queue. So the next part is menu container is the same menu items. So let's see what are these. These are carrier, blog, contact us. So carrier, blog, and contact us. Let's save it. And in the social container we have three images. First of all, we have an image of, or we can say icon of Facebook. The second one is icon of Instagram, and third one will be an icon of Twitter. So let's save it and go to our website. Here you see this design is looking quite ugly right now. We also doesn't see a logo because the background color is white and the logo color is also white. So here we have a dark blue color, maybe I think this is a dark cyan color. So let's go to our CSS file. First of all, copy the heading, which is the footer section. Let's copy the footer section and target the footer section. Dot Control V, and here I will use a background color, I think, which will be this one. Let's see how it will look. The background color, I think this is the same one. Yeah, it's the same color. So we want to increase the alignment. I will give it a height of 50 viewport height, and now I will target the display flex direction will be a column. Justify contents, I think so, space between, align items flex start. So let's see how it will look. It's looking good. Now we have to target, we also want to give it a color of white, so the text will turn into white. Now the next part is footer dash container. So I will use display flex. Justify content will be space around, align items will be a flex start. So as you will see, these have aligned. So let's, I think we have to give it a space between, maybe let's try space between. How it will look, it's looking same. So instead of flex start, let's give it a center. Now we have to give it a flex start. So first let's give it a width of 80% and give it a margin left and right of auto. Let's see how to look, how it will affect our website. So these have aligned beautifully right now. First of all, I will target the location, email and phone container. Location, oops, what happened? Location dot email. These are the three containers in our personal info container. So on the upper part, I will copy the class name of the personal info container. So I will copy the class name and I will target it in our CSS file. So let's use display flex. Flex direction will be a column. Justify content will be a space between. Align items will be a flex dot. So we will use display flex. Flex direction will be no. We don't want a flex direction for this. Justify content space between. Align items will be, I think so, center. Let's see. Now you'll see this. So we have to use a flex dot. Flex dot. Let's save it. And now you'll see these have aligned beautifully right now. So we will use the same properties for our email and phone. I can also collectively target the location, email and phone to write less code, but here I want to keep it as simple for all of the beginners as well. So let's save it. Now you will see these have aligned here. So we want to give it a padding bottom to our footer section. So padding bottom for our footer section will be a 50 pixel. Let's see how to look. Now it's looking good. So let's go to our location, phone number and email. So now we'll target the location, image comma dot phone dash image comma dot email image, and we want a margin right of 6 pixel, cursor pointer. So here we have got a margin right. 6 pixel is not looking good. Let's try 12 pixel. So as you see 12 pixel is looking good, but we also want a margin bottom for our location container. Margin bottom will be 20 pixel. Let's try 20 pixel how to look. 20 pixel is looking good. So I will copy this 20 pixel and I also give a margin bottom to our email. Now it's looking beautiful right now. So the next part is we have to target our menu items. So let's target the menu dash container, and in the menu dash container I will use display flex. Flex direction will be a column. Justify content will be space between. Align items flex dot. And now you will see these have aligned in the vertical direction. Now I will target the A tag in the menu container. In the menu container I will target the A tag, and here we have text decoration will be a none, and we want a color to be white. Color will be a white. Let's see how to look. Now it's looking good right now, but we also want a margin bottom of 10 pixel. Maybe let's try 10 pixel. 10 pixels is looking good. So next we have to target the social container dot social dash container and the image in our social container. We will give it a margin left of, let's give it a margin left of 20 pixel and give it a cursor of pointer. Now you will see it is looking beautiful right now. So the last part of the build is remaining because we want to align our logo in the same of the alignment of this person info container. So in the footer section I will target the image. So in the footer section I will target the image, and here we have a margin left of 50 pixel. Let's see if it has come. First of all, we will give it a padding top of, let's give it a padding top of 20 pixel, and now give it a margin left of 100 pixel. I think it will, no, the 100 pixel is also not enough. Let's try 140 pixel, 170. You can try different values. Now the 170 pixel is looking good. We want a cursor of pointer. So now you will see the design is looking beautiful right now. So our project has completed. We have a beautiful website right now. So let's see what we have built. We have a beautiful navbar, a beautiful eye-catching hero section. We have beautiful card designs of our containers, which is a features container, info container. This will be a beautiful website design for any of the business. You can just change the content. Here we have a beautiful looking call to action container, and in the end we have an eye-catching beautiful design of our footer. So this is the end of the tutorial. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, you should subscribe to this channel because you will get a lot of value from this channel, as I will upload daily project videos about HTML and CSS, and I have a plan to post about JavaScript projects in the next week. I will upload nearly, I think, 15 to 20 projects about JavaScript, and you will learn a lot from these projects. So have a nice day, because this is the end of the tutorial.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.